Hi, Linda Bowen here from StampingWithLinda.com, your cardiologist since 1997, helping you create cards from the heart. It is Friday and Tips and Techniques, and today I'm sharing a tip and technique using the Fancy Floral Designer Series paper, which is part of the Fancy Floral Sweet Collection, which is the sweet collection I'm featuring this month for my exclusive free customer tutorial with an online order. Now, I've already taken the Designer Series paper and I've cut it in 1/2-inch strips. I've got 5 of them that are 1/2 inch by 2 3/4, and I have another design that's 1/2 inch by 2 3/4. Then I have a piece of Highland heather. This measures 2 inches by 5 inches, and I'm just going to set these other pieces aside, and what I'm going to do is bring in my grit paper, and I am going to line it up so that I can mark every 1/2 inch. So I'm just going to do a pencil mark every 1/2 inch on one side, and then I will do it on the other side. Now, the Fancy Floral Designer Series paper has a pattern that is pretty bold on one side and very soft on the other side. Let me go ahead and mark these 1/2 inch marks down this side. And so it makes it for the perfect Designer Series paper to do this twisted ribbon technique. Now I've got that. I'm going to go ahead and bring in my silicone mat. I am going to use the lighter colors first because I want them to be behind the boulder. I'm going to bring in my multi-purpose glue, and I'm going to add glue to those 5 pieces. Only going to add the glue in the center because I am going to be cutting these pieces off, and I am going to line them up with the top corner to the 1/2 inch mark. So I want them just below that 1/2 inch mark, and we're going to go all the way down one side of our paper, like so. Just adding right below those 1/2 inch marks I made. And then I'm going to grab the boulder design. Again, what you want to do is decide which paper that you want to be out on the front. I'm going to add that adhesive. I find it easier to add my adhesive all at once, then that way I don't have the chance of putting my adhesive on the wrong side. Not that that would happen, but you know how that goes. Then we're going to go up on the corner up here down to the next diagonal. So we've got and it looks like I missed one here. Let's go back up here and add this one. There we go. And finally, this one. By putting it on your silicone mat, if you have any adhesive on the side, it won't be sticking to anything. There we have our twisted ribbon. I'm going to just let that glue dry just for a second. Then we're going to flip it over, grab my longer scissors, and we're going to trim off the excess. and then we will be ready to assemble our card. This is a great way to use those scrap pieces of designer series paper that we all collect thinking we're going to use. This is just a great way to use them. That trimmed. Could put this in my trimmer, but I don't want to get that excess glue on my blades. So there we've got that. We're going to set that aside. I'm going to bring in my card base. This is Pool Party, and it measures 5.5 by 7 1/4. Along the 7 1/4 inch side, I scored it at 4 1/4 to make my card base. I have a piece of basic white. This measures 4 by 5 1/4. We're going to put that in the inside of our card like so. We are going to add a piece of the designer series paper. This is 2 3/4 by 5 1/4. We're going to put that on the top of our card. Love the Pool Party and the Highland Heather combination. Then we're going to grab our twisted ribbon piece, and we're going to put that alongside right about here. The nice little border at the top and the bottom. Now we could make our card like this. I'm going to choose to put it like this. I've already used my stamp set and dies again from that Fancy Floral Sweet collection. I'm going to add some dimensionals to pop that up. Use the Pool Party cardstock and stamped the verse. It says, I didn't forget your birthday, I'm just stretching it out to celebrate. Love, love, love that saying, because a lot of times I forget people's birthdays. So perfect card for that. Going to add that there. Going to use my Opaque adhesive back gems. These are also a new item in the mini. I'm going to use that lighter lavender fresh fuchsia and going to add those to my card. Maybe one down here. And there you have a fun technique using our designer series paper. I think I'm going to add a couple more of those gems just because I like them. And there we have a fun technique using our designer series paper. Hope you've enjoyed today's video. We'll talk to you real soon. Bye-bye.